Just fucking with you.
What's up, Joe?
Oh, just I feel like I'm ready for the weekend, and then I realize it's Wednesday.
I got to give everybody a quick apology. Their podcast feed is barren because I haven't uploaded the last two episodes. So Monday and Tuesday will be up shortly after the show, along with today's. But real quick, for those of you that do subscribe to the podcast, you should have seen. Let me find it. Where it is. There it is. Let me share the screen. Excuse me while I burp.
Oh, no. Please no.
Yeah, I've got to. I'm drinking one of these carbonated ice drinks. And, put up a new episode this week, and I haven't even talked about it on the show on my Mission DeFi interviews, and that's with Marcello Mari of Singularity DAO, which is a sister project to Singularity Net. So first of all, Singularity Net, it's founded by Ben Gertzel, David Hansen, and Marcello. And its entire purpose is to expose artificial intelligence and the promise of artificial generalized intelligence to the world, and making it accessible to anyone. Whereas now, most artificial intelligence technology is only available to the largest corporations. And so a few years ago, Marcello was working with Ben. And by the way, Marcello is a former TechCrunch journalist in Europe. But Marcello was talking about kind of the ICO craze, et cetera, and DeFi and everything that was going on. And he suggested to Ben, he said, why don't we use, as one of our first kind of big use cases for Singularity Net, let's use artificial intelligence for trading and investing. And so they have launched a platform utilizing the artificial intelligence tools from Singularity Net with a separate project, separate token called Singularity DAO. And their first two projects that they've launched on the platform have performed beautifully. So it's basically vaults that you can invest in that then go out and run strategies automatically across DeFi. Now, they have had initially out of the gate with the initial launch of this human interaction as well in terms of the investment choices that are made, but they expect within the year to have everything completely run by artificial intelligence. And while the rest of the market is dramatically down, their vaults are only a point or two off below profit. And so it's pretty impressive results for the AI capabilities that they have. And David Hansen, one of the founders, and Ben Gertzel are the ones that developed the Sophia robot that's got a form of artificial intelligence behind it. So I encourage everyone, visit Mission DeFi, or if in your podcast, listen to episode 62. The video and the audio versions are open at missiondefi.com. It'll be the first podcast you see or show you see if you log into the website right now. But I'll also put a direct link in the show notes. But I was thoroughly impressed with Marcello. We also got a lot into what it's like founding a project like this. And one of the clips that I tweeted, where did I put it? One of the clips I tweeted was him talking about what it was like launching this thing, because he went through a phase where they had made some mistakes initially when they launched and had to propose some things to the DAO to change the way some of the functions happened in the tokenomics, et cetera, like we hear from most founders. And people actually looked up his girlfriend and started threatening and DMing her and over the project. So that's the kind of shit that a lot of founders go through. The other thing that happened was he tells a story about one of their biggest community contributors, somebody who's really passionate about the project and who they all love, who was in a coma because of COVID. And while he was in the coma, he had some kind of dream about Singularity DAO, and then proceeded to tell Marcello that as soon as he came out of the dream, he took his entire life savings and put it into their token. And Marcello was like, dude, please don't do that. Please, I can't. I don't need that stress.
Don't
I don't
tell
need to
me.
know that your entire fucking life savings is in my project. Anyway, fascinating guy. I really enjoyed it. He has a ton of insights on tech, on the market, on what it's like running one of these things. And we talk a lot about how the Singularity DAO AI functions and what they're doing to really, truly decentralize the entire thing so that later on the community will actually pick the strategies for the AI to try. So impressive group. And their community is passionate, man. I've had they've blown out like recent episode views pretty significantly. So anyway, great project. I really like Marcello. Looking forward to we're talking about a potential material indicators partnership as well. So we'll see where all that goes. But great guys, great community. I urge everyone to check out the episode on missiondefi.com. Plug complete.
Bravo.
Extreme Fear Index is up 4 points. We're at 17 today, Joe.
Wow.
Yeah,
I do feel more happy.
Yeah, you feel less scared. I know.
Yeah,
I know you sometimes
anymore.
call me in the middle of the night because you can't sleep because you're scared.
Because I'm scared. Yeah.
You say, you tell me your extreme fear index, and I tell you it's okay, Bill. Just take another pill.
Yeah. Joe. No, I'm just worried about all those stables depegging, man. That's what keeps me up at night.
That's your cult leaders.
That's right, man.
Having a failure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we got some comments. Hey, Eamon, good morning, buddy. Or good morning. Yeah, he's good morning still because he's out west. Good to see you, bud. Hey, by the way, check your Telegram. I sent you a DM the other day. Love the show, guys. Got to get back to work. I'll catch the podcast later. Okay. And actually, Nathaniel, it'll be in the podcast feed shortly. But thanks for watching, listening. We love you. We appreciate you. So awesome. Bitcoin sitting at 30,465, ETH at 1,818. I've been listening to a Bankless episode with some big discussions about the Ethereum merge, the value proposition. Read through a bunch of threads over the last couple of days because I'm making a concentrated strategy for some things I'm working on to work on some of the MTF trades that we do, then pushing those into staking and then leveraging the staking tokens, the derivative tokens that I get for staking into other projects. So I've been looking a lot at analysis by experts and pros in the space, talking about where they think the rates of return will be on Ethereum pre and post merge. Most folks, it seems like, are expecting in a 9% range at merge time, close to merge time APR, with a dropping down to about 5%. But the bottom line is, even when volume is low, most of the projections say that Ethereum will still be deflationary to a slight amount post merge, and that even when the entire market is slowing down, it's still going to be deflationary because 70% of the emissions are going to get burned. So anyway, powerful stuff. I'm excited about it, and I get more excited about when this Ethereum pop-off happens here after the merge. And that brought me to looking at another potential staking protocol, which is Polygon layer 2s on Matic staking, which is also an opportunity you can do on projects like Anchor, et cetera. And I am every week there. This has got to be the best biz dev team in all of fucking crypto, because these guys crank out fucking deals. Like, I'm seeing a new deal every friggin' week with people inside and outside of crypto, with all kinds of partners, gaming platforms, etc. And if you look, I mean, these guys are not messing around when it comes to what they're building. Let me find the product list. Look at this. Look how many fucking scaling solutions this project has. Like, they must have like 500 dudes in just dev, building this thing out. With the Polygon POS that we know, another ZK rollup, a Veil, which is kind of a competitor to, remember me talking about Boba and offline compute integrated with the blockchain?
Yeah.
A direct competitor with Boba, that's coming up. And that's a really fascinating thing. Polygon Edge, modular, extensible, private or public Ethereum blockchain network. So for enterprise, Polygon Nightfall, which is the partnership that they use the tech that EY built, Ernst & Young built, for privacy for enterprises, so that you can utilize this ZK rollup technology, do transactions on the mainnet as an enterprise, and nobody be able to see what they are, and then only expose the functionality that you want to expose. My interview with the head of the EY blockchain project is on the missiondefi.com website, but really fascinating stuff. Another ZK rollup and another ZK rollup. So these guys are like beautifully positioned at the layer 2 level to take anything that comes, right? Now they have stiff competition from Optimism and Arbitrum and the whole gang. Don't get me wrong. They have a lot of competition, but they are winning, to me, the most important game, and that is the biz dev game. Like, they are doing the deals. A ton of people from Luna, from the Terra mess, have taken, they pulled out millions of dollars and said, come. And guess what? Guess how many of them are coming? They're like, yeah, okay, I might still launch on the V2 of the Terra train wreck, but I'm going to take your money and come over onto Polygon. So they never miss a beat. I'm so impressed with this project. I'm so, so for me, Matic is definitely a staking play I'm gonna be making. So,
oh yeah, that's the one that I'd still put in the long-term hold category. No matter what?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, at the market cap size now relative to everyone else, I don't know how much is in there long term, but it seems like there's some. I mean, how many multiples there are, because it's already at like 5.6 B. So there's probably, comparable to everything else, what, maybe 5 to 10 there.
Yeah.
But still, it could split up into a bunch of other companies, and there's going to be airdrops, and there's going to be all kinds of other liquidity generating events that come in the future, from what I've heard.
Yep.
So it's one that, like FTM, it's one that we hold.
Yep.
I mean, trade a little bit if you want, but these are ones that are going to be around.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it was Lido is where I want to be. I was looking at the staking payouts. Yeah, look, 8.7% staking Matic, right? To secure the network. I mean, that's, to me, a no fucking brainer. For me, it's, stake your Matic and take 8.7% and take the upside on the back end. So what's Eamon got to say? RE Stable saw that USDD was over collateralized. Seems like there's no innovation with this. Mash die with UST. Oh, that's the Tron. That's Justin's USDD play. And he said the other day that he was trying to adopt it so that he doesn't run into the same shit that Doe did. But at the end of the day, it's Justin. So the only people that trust it are the people that are already married to Tron, as far as I'm concerned. He also says, unfortunately, I have to stake Matic on ETH mainnet. I've never compounded my staking earnings. Oh, well, get on it, dude.
Wait, what? What did he say?
He said, you have to stake Matic on ETH mainnet. And he said, I've never compounded my staking earnings. So anyway, lots of opportunities there.
Yeah.
So speaking of Anchor, they finally revealed something that I couldn't reveal. Where'd it go? Where is it? I if you can't tell, I was last minute prepping today. So here it is.
Seamless, buddy. You're seamless.
I'm seamless. I'm just killing it.
Yeah.
So this was something I couldn't disclose that I learned privately at the one of the things I learned privately at the Anchor party at Permissionless, that the BNB sidechain project, maybe I've already disclosed this and I just forgot, but the BNB sidechain project is actually brought to you by Anchor. And so BNB launched a couple of weeks ago that they were now allowing for sidechains, or like subnets, like Avalanche does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is all built and developed and made fast and easy for projects that want to use their own BNB sidechain. It's all built by Anchor. So anyway, that's what I wanted to was trying to.
So what are the implications of that? Are you saying now that there's some multi-chain type abilities there?
No. So the idea is that so the reason subnets are created are for high transaction, high volume projects that need dedicated capabilities so that they have speed, they have their token be the gas of the network, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Avalanche launched that. It's grown. It's being very popular with a lot of gaming platforms, right? Because if you're doing on chain, you need to be able to have fast transactions. People can't wait 10 seconds for a fucking transaction to or a minute or 2 minutes when they're in the middle of a game. So the idea is that this gives the game or the project, it could be some high speed thing that needs to be on enterprise world or whatever. When you have control of your blockchain and you have control over the staking on that blockchain as a side chain or a subnet, then you can gain a lot of performance, dramatically decrease your gas fees, and kind of assure that you'll be able to provide performance to end users that is what they need it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Avalanche then is going to be the sort of the platform on Binance Chain or whatever.
No.
For
not
the
Avalanche.
sub.
Not
No,
Avalanche.
I'm sorry, not Avalanche, but
Anchor is providing the technology
for their subnets.
Anchor is providing the technology that allows projects to deploy and manage their side chains on BNB.
Okay. So who does it for Avalanche?
Avalanche, it's part of the core system.
Okay.
So that team does it. They do provide a lot of explainers on how to do it. Evidently, it takes like 45 minutes to an hour to deploy a really simple subnet on Avalanche. And it's permissionless. Anyone can create one.
Did we try to do that one day, or was that something else?
No, we haven't tried that yet. We could create DeFi lunch chain. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get the Anchor guys to create it for us.
That would be pretty cool.
It would be. You ever had these?
Is that liquid Viagra stuff? No, I don't need it.
No, low calorie sparkling flavored water. It's called Ice. My kids got me addicted to this shit.
Oh yeah, it's great. Is that the carbonated one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it because it's kind of like drinking a beer or a soda or something when you want to just
you get that flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, that little bite in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm on the cherry limeade today, which is rather spicy. So, okay, what else we got? You know what? I was looking at my Ether Drops bot, and these tokens came up, and I have no the fucking clue what they are. Oh, Niblets is using the Soda Stream. You know, those ones where you make the soda at home yourself. I've never tried that. Have you?
No, but I've always, back in the day, it was the bottles of club soda from the store with like, squeeze a lime in there. So, but I always
it wasn't you just going to the local 5 and 10 and the drug counter and getting them to make you up a cream soda there.
Special little vodka on the rocks.
No, I'm talking about, the guys like from the 1950s that would make you a custom.
No, that's
soda.
even before your time, dude. Come on. So don't even try to make out that I'm older than you. All right. Nobody buys that. You're funny. No, but I remember that in that show, Back to the Future, where they showed the old soda fountains.
Yeah. Actually, the crazy thing is, and it's kind of depressing. So Niblet says you will never need a bottled drink again. And we won't be contributing this plastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we put it in recycling, but still,
we know that nobody recycles anything really.
So on Red Road in the South Miami area, there used to, up until last year, they died in COVID, and it was so sad. They sold the building. There was a genuine 1950s soda fountain and in the front of a independent pharmacy, and it was the real deal. You could go in, get a cream soda, get whatever you wanted, had the burgers and the fries, and everybody had the uniform. And it wasn't like they did it like, oh, let's do a retro thing. It had been there since the 50s, serving like that. But alas, COVID killed it.
Yeah. I remember places like that in DC, like bars where it was like a family ran it and they've been running it since like the 30s. And you'd be in there and they were just like the kids worked there and everybody. And it was like, you could serve your own beers kind of thing. It was just honor. It was just so like different. And then, alas, they all move on.
Yep.
And then the establishment goes by the wayside.
Chuck is shilling the Costco bag. He said Kirkland bubbly water, lemon, grapefruit lime, no sweetener. Yeah. No, this only has, these are like 95 cents and they have 5 calories. I'm good with that. All that fake sugar in it. So
I like that. There's that Australian sparkling water. It's called Foster's, I think, and it comes in those big kind of oil cans. Have you seen that?
Oh, really? No, I haven't seen it. Foster's Lager. Never had that before. So I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's up 183.44%. Unify Protocol DAO. We're going to go find out what it's all about.
UPD. That's not
up today. up today. It is
It's not Uplift, is it?
no.
They're UPT?
Unify. UNFI is the token.
Okay.
UNFI. Cross-chain swaps. It's a bridge.
Yay!
Oh, but they got staking. Stake with us. Harmony, Icon, Ontology, Tron, IoTex. Well, that's interesting. So it's like a bridge / staking platform.
Well, I think that's probably how they manage the pools of the tokens on both sides of the bridge.
Oh, that makes sense. Duh, you got to have the liquidity. Duh. You're genius, Joe. So glad you're here to make sure I understand this shit because I don't.
Yeah, you know better than I did. Come on.
Hey, it's listed on Coinbase, Binance, and KuCoin. Holy shit. How come we never heard of this one, Joe? And how come you didn't tell me to buy it yesterday before it was up 189%?
You know,
you're always like hiding your bags. You don't fucking share.
Oh, come on. You know, I always share. I don't talk about it. Well, on here, I'll tell you what bags I have. I mean, if we're talking about them, like I own Matic. Yeah. I don't know if I'd classify it as a bag at this point, but considering I dumped shitloads of it last fall, but I got Matic, right? So to make sure I don't like misrep on that, I doubt if you're going to move my position much, though, no matter what you do.
Yeah. So and I guess they just launched their bridge, and that's why they're pumping. Or somebody's ready to take out retail, the original investors. Who knows? What does Eamon say? Made my own carbonator. Ooh, Eamon is like, I don't know when this guy sleeps because he's doing like 4,000 things a day. It's incredible.
He's got like a bread making machine out there.
Yeah, he's making beer in the bathtub.
Yeah,
he's got a little mini vineyard in the backyard.
Yeah, he's in California too, right?
He said a keg CO2 carbonator attachment and a 5-pound tank. We need pictures, dude. James said Unify did a 10x yesterday. Yeah, man, it's like 189% today.
Did it get listed on Coinbase yesterday or something? Is that what happened?
No, I don't think so. I don't know, man. I don't know. Went up to $12.85 yesterday from $3.24. Yeah, wow, that's extraordinary. And back to the 11th, it was at $1.56. So that's some shit. That's some shit. Niblet said, if I had time, I would totally do that. SodaStream is just a compromise. Yeah, I don't have the time either, Niblets. I don't know what Eamon has too much time or no time. I don't know. Holy shit. James said it peaked around 40.
Holy shit.
Where the hell was that? Wait, let me look at 24 hours.
I saw some chart, speaking of that showed Bitcoin going to 25.
Holy shit, he's right. 37.48. What the actual fuck? That is a 10x. I was going to question your math there, James, but I apologize. You're spot on, dude.
It looks like Unfi got.
Hey, so why didn't James tell us about this yesterday? James?
Hello.
James, he's like, dude, I'm just chatting up. No, I don't know, Danny. I'm just, what the fuck? You're gonna like badmouth me on the World Wide Web?
It looks like they did something where Unfi or whatever. Looks like they got 11 million in funding, but it's not a big market cap and not a lot of.
What's the volume like right
now? I'm just in business.
58.19. Oh, what the? Wait, is that with a B? 24-hour volume? This can't be right. 1.15 billion?
I mean, they've got a whole 11 million in TVL, so
what the actual fuck? 58.19 million market cap.
Some like infrastructure improvement proposal was approved 23 hours ago. And
Jesus Christ.
See, I'm looking at the referendum right now. Core UPv2 upgrade.
Almost all that volume was on Binance.
Yeah, so there must have been some kind of a promotion on Binance at the same time.
But dude, 1.15 billion. I mean, what's current? I mean, I know Binance is at like 28 to 30 billion a day or whatever. I don't even know what it is recently, but what the fuck?
Well, look, you create all that market cap or volume going up. Well, it matches it going down, right?
Yeah, that's
So,
nuts, dude.
that's why you get all the, I mean, if it stayed up near there, then I guess volume would probably be, in the somewhat 50% range of where it's at now, just because of the round trip nature. But that's oversimplifying things. I don't know. What do they do? Do we miss it? Yeah.
Oh, wait. Eamon posted his, hold on. Let me get this. Eamon posted his soda setup. Actually, it doesn't look too complex. And it doesn't necessarily look like it's going to blow up his house. So that's good.
Remember that's still
I have to call his wife. Here it is. There it is.
Oh, wow.
There's the creation. That's not too bad, dude, for just you need to send a parts list now, Eamon. Sorry, dude.
You can post it in our new
send it with your affiliate link and we'll for Amazon and we'll all buy it. Maybe a little how-to video.
What were we talking about? Oh, Discord channel, or what was the other thing we were talking about today? Was it related to the Uplift thing? To our new studio?
Yeah, I don't know. Now this one's way up.
We need subtitles. We need subtitles here. Some kind of.
So this is. I didn't know that GST was named. So this is Stepan's token. GST is actually named Green Satoshi token. Can this be right?
I mean, that just sounds ridiculous to me.
I would have if I didn't know this was a Stepan project token, I'd be like, total fucking scam. Like you name something Green Satoshi token, I'm like, run for the hills.
Wait. And then it says Green Satoshi token, and then in parentheses BSC.
No, I don't think that's. Let me see.
Anything to do with Binance, but
it is. It's Binance Smart Chain.
Oh wow!
But I thought they were on Solana. I'm so confused. Maybe this is their bridge over to Binance, and then people. I don't know. I guess I should know more about it. If anybody knows anything about this shit, tell me.
Crypto.
So this is interesting. So I'm a big fan of Superfluid. Well, a competitor came out a few weeks ago called Llama Pay, and Yearn, and I think the people that are creating it are like big name devs, Solidity devs. James said Stepan also runs on BSC, runs on Solana and BSC. I told my buddies at Walken they needed to go cross chain sooner than later since Solana can't keep their shit up. Is there such a thing as erectile dysfunction pills for a blockchain?
I don't know. I think that'd be bringing in some SWAT crack team of developers and UI UX strategists to fix it for them.
Yeah. Anyway, Llama Pay is streaming payments, but it's focused. And I actually reached out to my buddies over there. It's focused as the app is for paying people in the system, whereas Superfluid is more generically as a developer platform. And so Llama Pay kind of hits the mark. James says the prices of the two are different of their tokens on Solana and BSC for Stepan.
Ooh,
I don't think it's an ARB. I don't know if it's an ARB though.
Remember we used to ARB between OKX and Cryptopia? That was hysterical, man. Back in the early days.
It's when we had time to do it.
Yeah, there was like 40% differentials in pricing.
Yeah.
You just would kill it all day long, man.
So anyway, Llama Pay has some good biz dev going on because they now have Yearn is going to implement Llama Pay for all their payments, which that's a pretty big deal because they have a pretty big fucking budget. And here's what it is, right? I mean, Llama Pay, I'm assuming the technology is pretty much the same as Superfluid, but in this case, they narrowed their marketing and strategic focus on just being a platform for payments. Gave it an easy interface, focused on that exclusively for people to pay their people from treasuries, and then went after partnerships with projects like Yearn. And when you do that, you get much better uptake, right? I get Superfluid strategy. I love that they're a developer platform. They do have an interface. Anybody could do what they're doing on Llama Pay already in the Superfluid interface. But when you have a narrower focus, it makes people focus better on solving their own problem. And that's what LlamaPay has done. So anyway, Yearn's all in on LlamaPay.
Well, look, also Convex uses it, Spooky Swap, VFAT, DeFi Llama. To me, I like it because it's almost like a payroll company in a way. It's like payroll.
Exactly. That's the idea.
And things like that.
And then everybody's payments get streamed to them. They don't feel like they're running out of cash. So you get payments every minute or every 10 minutes or whatever, fractionalized. And there's a lot of strategies I'd like to do from an investment perspective with Superfluid in terms of some integration stuff. But, again, I'm just talking about strategy. And founders, if you're out there thinking about starting a project, just remember you can start niched down and grow and expand from there. Because all of the projects that LlamaPay is connecting now, they're all going to be potential clients for an API platform if LlamaPay goes there, right? If LlamaPay decides to say, okay, we started with payments and now we're going to become a bigger infrastructure dev play, they'll already have the biggest projects in the game using them. And then it's a no-brainer for those projects to integrate other components and capabilities. So niche down in all aspects of business. Niche down first. Start.
Well, yeah.
You think you're up here. Yeah. Start down lower, right?
Well, two things happen here. One, you know who to talk to at the other companies that maybe are paying in fiat now. It's the HR director, CFO, people like that. And also you position by just doing this, position yourself for acquisition by a traditional payroll provider.
There you go. Makes sense, right?
The Intuits are,
what is the
hell
AD?
Is it now?
The big one.
Oh, I think ADP.
ADP.
Yeah, and then Sure Payroll might not still be around, but there was a couple of ones over. Where was that?
Well, here's the thing with this:
you get picked up, you get acquired. That's my point.
Yeah, I mean, look, you also are could become fundamentally a competitor to Western Union, right? I mean, MoneyGram, right? Because now you can set it up so that someone's sending payments back home to Mexico or the Philippines or wherever they're sending it, right? You could stream those payments out to your relatives that need it and have it monitoring a wallet. So every time you deposit, you can set it up and say, okay, I want X% automatically streamed to my family. And then the family always has money coming in. And to me, there's a ton of opportunities in this streaming payment space. And it's a smart strategy by LlamaPay. Really, really smart. So.
Yeah, I'm curious though, do any of these guys, it only automates on the crypto side, right? So the grandma in Ecuador, let's say, it still has to come into a crypto wallet for her.
Of course,
show up in as fiat. Okay.
Right, but then you'll have people on the other end who are going to say, "Hey, why don't I build a converter that automatically puts it into USDC or something or Frax, and then can convert to a money card, a
gift card, cash
prepaid card, for grandma. Right now, grandma has the card; it's automatically streaming straight into crypto. Grandma never looks at the crypto. And then it's on her prepaid card, right?
Yeah.
And she knows she can go pay bills. And if it's a debit card, she can even set up, subscriptions or anything else. So there's a big, big opportunity in this kind of streaming payment space. And it's smart strategy.
Yeah. Part of the issue, I was just thinking about this, that, there's the float strategy that a lot of the companies play, and they clear, I think through Utah, clear the checks through Utah, payments through Utah, and it slows it down by a couple of days.
Right.
And the whole idea is that then they collect the interest on that balance for those 2 days before it gets to you. So I'm wondering, because I was thinking about, entitlement payments by governments.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, how does that, is it advantageous? Does it compete too much, with the other people that play that float game? The banks play it, everybody plays it. And I'm wondering how big that float game is. I suspect it's bazillions of dollars.
Oh, totally. It's bazillions of dollars. Well, look, and what Niblet said here is it's great UBI infrastructure.
Yeah.
And actually, Andrew Yang and
Yeah.
I talked about that quite a bit with Superfluid when we were talking, when I interviewed him on Mission DeFi. We talked about the capabilities of Superfluid, and he actually called out my favorite senator, the one you accused me of stooping.
Llamas? Oh,
Warren.
no, your girlfriend Warren. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious, how often does it stream out?
You can set it so it can be streaming every minute, every 15 minutes, every hour, every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing that we talked about, that Andrew and I talked about, was one of the biggest problems in this country is that poor people, or lower middle to poor people, have shit tons of their money eaten away in fees and from either banks or check cashing places because they can't qualify for a bank account, right? And the other thing that happens is because people get paid every 2 weeks or once a month, they run out of money. And so what do? They go get a payday loan.
Yeah.
And so their next paycheck is already eaten up, and the huge interest they charge is fucking them. And they end up in this cycle that they cannot get out of. So they're having to borrow more frequently against the next check. If you had streaming payments, you would always have money coming in, right? And so you'd be a lot less needy to
get that $5
to go get the $50 you need to feed your fucking children, because the money would be coming in all the time, right? I mean, there's so much power in this streaming payment stuff, and there's power in this from an investing perspective, right? So what if you set up an automation that let every time money came into your wallet, some percentage of it streamed into Alchemix, and then dumped the loan automatically back into your wallet, right? So now all of your profits, you're just borrowing against them. You're not selling them. And you've got this income stream coming through. And in the meantime, your money is, going to be there for you. So I think there's a ton of opportunities with streaming. Niblet says the amount of opioid OD deaths the day after government payments should flatten from just streaming. That's a really good point.
That's true. Everybody's
really
going
good point.
Party like, we used to call it like drunken sailors.
Yeah.
Just giving this
when you were sitting at the soda fountain in the 1950s.
I know. I was getting ready to go down to the bar for Friday night fights. It's like Jimmy and Tony and everybody's going to brawl back there. No, but the thing I was telling her is that, unfortunately, in a lot of, hard working class environments, I'm talking about mines and oil rigs and, anything like that. There's an element of gambling around in the bars.
Hell yeah.
And the whole thing is with the Irish, I'm part Irish, so I can say this. It was always a big fight to get the guy home from the office with his paycheck before he got to the bar. Yeah. Because it was guaranteed.
The company-owned bar.
Yeah, he was going to drink it and he was going to gamble it away.
Yeah.
And then come home with no money.
Exactly.
With those 18 hungry kids. Well, I shouldn't say 18. Let's say 8. And a pissed off wife. And,
maybe mom's or the responsible spouse sets it up and takes 90% streamed into her wallet and 10% gets streamed into the drunk's wallet. Right. Yeah. So all kinds of
Is that what your wife does? Your wife puts you on allowance?
That's exactly it.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. I have no idea what this is or why I have it open. Oh, okay. I haven't read it yet. That's why. Beanstalk. Amen. What's the news, dude? You want to join us to talk about Beanstalk? You got a second? I'll give you the link. You could come in. Tell us what's going on there. So they launched their barn raise, and I forgot to fucking mention it. And they've already sold 10% of the raise, of the $77 million raise in, what are we at, 36 hours, something like that. Okay. Amen. You there, bud? Anyway, let me see.
What percentage they sold of it?
10%. Yeah. So, this is there's a curve on it so that it starts out at 500%. And drops steadily over time. I want to say 19 days when I was reading the documentation the other day, gets it down to 20%. But even then, like near the end of the barn raise, 20% is still a pretty astounding return on your money, right? And it could happen within the next year or after. depending on how many people are in, but it's a really good opportunity. And again, I have a lot of hopes for this project. The other interesting thing was what I really loved was the Publius, the guys that developed it, the team of guys that developed this. It was completely fair launched. There was no pre-sale. Oh, Eamon wants to come on. Let's have Eamon come on and talk.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send you a link in Telegram, Eamon. Hold on.
Hey, just so you know too, I'm gonna have to split a tiny bit early because it's.
Oh, Joe, what the actual fuck?
So if I have to exit stage left quickly,
Can't you send her an Uber or something?
No, I could, but
I'm just playing with you, dude.
No, she takes Uber. I mean, it's so funny. She had an Uber like a couple of months ago, and it's kind of a sleazy Uber driver who was asking her.
Yeah, my wife won't let my kids, unfortunately.
Well, so she sent a message to Uber and said, "Oh, hey, blah blah. This driver was hassling me, but please don't turn off my account. I'm underage." They didn't turn it off.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
that's so fucked up, dude.
Well, so hey, when the barn raise is going on, James or Brad, you know more about this than me. Can people? Is it a lock all the way through, or are there ways for people to like kind of trim positions along the way and come back in later on for those like later yields you talked about?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could DCA the yields, but the bigger ones are on the front end. So let's ask the man working on the project. How you been, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
It's my permissionless pal.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Pretty good. Just getting over COVID.
Did you guys figure out where you're going to live yet?
Yeah, we're staying up here in Seattle.
Ah, nice. His wife had some job opportunities in a couple of other locations, and they were debating where they were going. Since Eamon can work anywhere, it didn't matter. So I was curious where he was going to end up. So that's good, man. Good for you. So tell us what's going on, man.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. The barn raise went live 2 days ago now, and 10% it looks like has been raised. And right now, all the names of stuff had been changed, but like the fertilizers, kind of like the normal soil that you would buy to help support the peg. And so fertilizer is what you're buying there, which is essentially the pods that you'd get to redeem later. But everybody, I believe, gets paid back equally at the same time. So like it's not a pod line, it's like a pod group. So everybody's getting returns right away as soon as it gets relaunched.
So the third for the barn raise would actually get their returns immediately?
Yeah. Everybody starts receiving it, I believe, at the same time.
So everybody that participates in the barn raise gets a fractional piece of what's coming out to them. So you don't have to wait in line like in the pod line. Everybody that comes into the barn raise starts getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. Okay. But not all the money all at once.
Right. And
I got you.
It's done as like the ERC 1155s. So it's like an NFT position. And then if you have, I think there was like a $5,000, if you do $5,000, there's like an NFT for that for the first X number of them or something. I think some of this stuff has changed, and there might be like an idols NFT for like the number one contributor.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So that's super.
Do you know if they're still talking to institutional people about coming in?
Yeah. I think it was right around 10% had been raised prior to the launch of the barn raise.
Oh, okay.
And so that's slowly been
coming in,
deployed into it, but it's kind of at the discretion of the team for when to deploy that, because the capitals have been raised, as long as it's before the protocol is launched, because right now it's that 500% you see there,
right?
And as soon as it goes live again, which should be sometime soon, then it'll drop down by half and then slowly tick down to 20% return.
So walk me through this 500%, right? So if I put $1,000 in, I'm not going to get $500,000.
No, you get $5,000.
Right.
5,000 pods.
5,000 pods. Right.
It's like
And
the weather
those are
from
redeemable for a buck.
yeah, yeah. It's like the weather from the normal protocol operations.
Oh yeah, I have a little math problem. Sorry about that. Yeah.
That'd be sweet. Put it in
500. It doesn't say 500x, Brad. It says 500%. Wow.
That's what she said.
That's like
right?
it's like those jokes they make about, oh, if Elon Musk could put that money for he was going to spend on Twitter, he could give everybody in America $1 million. Yeah, that's me. I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
That math works.
Sorry, so essentially you can get a 500% return on your investment, and start receiving that money pretty quickly after the relaunch.
Yeah, you start getting paid back, hour by hour, as the seasons happen. And of course, like, obviously, I don't know, I wouldn't say like return on investment because,
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Who knows?
The payback of your debt.
Yeah. It's
Sorry,
all,
yeah.
But the protocol, the mechanism was working beforehand. So
yeah, it was working beautifully. I'm excited. So do you think that generally is the community happy with the pace, or was everybody kind of hoping this thing would sell out in 10 minutes and be done?
it was a total experiment. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want it to be sold out before it even went live?
Yeah.
But, it's okay. The changed mechanism was that it's not going to end. It's going to remain open until 100% gets sold, whether that's, a week, a month, 5 years, who knows? It's
what's the relaunch timing?
Not 100% sure on that specifically. Yeah, I don't know if it's been announced or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's interesting with that dynamic to me is that if you're in there at 500%, like this in the last day, and it's still hanging right around 500. Yeah. Okay. And nobody else is coming in driving it down, then my first inclination is to put more money in at that point. Okay. And then because there's an incentive to put more money in until it starts dropping.
Yeah.
Right.
And so whether people are going to chase it at the end for 20% or not, I'm not 100% sure. But if the pod value is higher than however long out this time is, or if the value they're getting is greater than or attractive enough at that 20% level, then they're going to keep coming in as it gets bigger and bigger. But I love the fact that it kind of encourages the early investor to come back in early versus having them come in at the end. Which is a pretty cool thing.
It's
very
pretty
cool.
sweet because, like, imagine if almost all the debt's been paid off and there's still some available, and the interest is only 20%. Let's say you're the only debt being repaid at some point, like a year from now or whatever. You could buy some at 20% and potentially, get it paid back an hour later.
That's true. As we get closer, that makes a lot of sense. That's very cool, man.
Yeah.
So
And then the whole redemption, like it's all going to be for like the users' funds who were there pre-exploit. They will be redeemable based on the lower end, whether it's been funds raised. And so if people start redeeming early before the barn raise is 100%, then it reduces the debt that we need to raise overall. Right.
And they take a haircut if they do it early, right?
Yeah. It's a haircut based on, so if this was the 10% was raised and it got replanted right now and somebody went in and cashed out, they'd forfeit 90% of what they had pre-exploit. So if they had 10,000, they'd get 1,000 back. But it would reduce the amount of fertilizer available by 9,000 then by that.
Because they're burning the 90% basically of debt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And if the fundraiser has fully filled, then rather than reducing the debt, it's based on how much has been repaid. So
nice. That's awesome, man. Anything else going on over there, or is it just kind of chaos with this? I don't mean chaos.
Everybody's been super stoked, it seems like, and I think that a day or two of basking in finally getting it going, and then the audits are underway. Yeah, it's awesome. The whole protocol has been like refactored, and it's
nice.
Nice.
What else are you looking at these days? Where are you putting your money besides Beans?
I unfortunately still had most of my money in CVX, and that is down by 80%.
Which is amazing to me.
Yeah, and it's all taking quite a hit because UST was one of the biggest drivers.
Yeah, right.
But maybe we'll get some of that double D love.
There you go.
Eamon is now a Tron fan. I love it. That's hilarious.
Okay. So we're going to call Tron Double D now. Is that it?
No, USDD. That's good, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much for letting us know what's going on.
Yeah, thanks, Eamon.
So fun.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. See ya.
Cheers, man.
All right.
I gotta head out.
That's good. I think we can wrap here, buddy. Go take care of your daughter, and thank you everybody for listening. Please don't hesitate to message me, B05 Crypto on Twitter and Telegram, or B05 Crypto #2143 on Discord. Thank you. We appreciate you listening and watching. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Just takes a couple of minutes, and it does a tremendous amount to help us grow. You can also subscribe on YouTube. Give us a little thumbs up on the video you're watching, and don't forget to click the little bell so you get notified when we release a new episode. That's all I got for today, Joe. Have a great one.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Thanks, everyone, and see you tomorrow.